how's that come about? You moving into property, and is that the ideal movement for you outside of the game? Is that where you want to transition into?
And what is it? Explain it.
So I've been in it for time, yeah, and that's been based around when I was at Dagenham. My captain was Ben Nunn. Don't know if you know him, but he was like when we was on day off, he was going to like Wigan to look at yards and stuff. And when we come to training, I'd roll in like 5 minutes before you got to be in. He'd be on his laptop in the canteen, like all this stuff. And I was like, oh, like what do you do and all this? And then he said, oh, I buy houses, rent them out. But how he explained it to me sounded so simple. He was like, I get money from here, put it into here, refurb it, refinance the money out, take it here. That's what he said. So now I was like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, let me learn more. So he took me up to Crew, me and Chat, and we started like learning with him. Not learning with him, just like sort of following him through stuff. And then this was around the time when crypto was booming.
Yeah.
And I was basically making silly money on crypto, like day by day. Like I was basically day trading crypto because you could make like 300%, 400% overnight. So I had a decent amount of crypto there, which I was like, it's like gambling.
It is gambling.
So you can study, there's certain coins which are stable and long-term investment. And there's some which are like meme coins and unstable coins. Yeah. So I was like, this is literally gambling. Like,
I'll call it gambling with sex appeal.
Yeah, basically. So I needed to transition that. So I took what I learned from Ben and I started to do my own research. I found a property which had a lease on it. So basically, the house that I was buying, it was 73k, but it had a guaranteed rental for 7 years, which I had never seen before. No one ever told me about it. Yeah. So I was like, oh, bro, like that's mad, whatever. Started looking into it more. Then we ended up getting that one. And then from there, it sort of triggered my mind because that only cost 18k because you only put 25% of the deposit, right?
So you don't have to buy in cash for these.
No.
You don't have to buy fully in cash.
No, so you're buying it on a mortgage, same how you'd buy a house in London, sort of thing.
Cool.
And then
doing it with a partner.
Yeah.
So 9 bags each.
Yeah. So me and my boy Shaq do it. Yeah. But now we've sort of transitioned that into so we still invest our own. So currently we're on a journey now to house vulnerable people. So I've set like a challenge to house like 250 vulnerable people this year,
right?
Which sounds a lot, but if you consider like 5 beds in a house and whatnot, so that's what I'm doing now, which is through the management company where I sort of help people invest in houses. So see how like you might not be aware that you can get guaranteed income. So because so many footballers went broke or go broke, I say to them, look, instead of going and spending, I don't know, 20k on something else, you can take that money and get 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 pound a month for guaranteed 5 years. So if you get, let's say, average League 2 or conference players on what, a bag, 1,500, something like that. So let's make it easy, call it 4 bags a month. You'll get 3 yards. You can transition from football straight into a normal life. Yeah. Because you've got the passive income. You don't have to get up. You don't have to work nothing. You know that I've got this amount of money coming in. So that's what I do at the moment. I help, it's not just footballers. I help loads of people right now get into property, but I attach secured leases from the government and councils and stuff on their properties so they get guaranteed income.
Okay.
So that's what we do at the moment.
Is there a possibility that you could make more doing it by yourself? But obviously the convenience wise, it's probably better to go through someone that knows what they're doing then.
So what, as in,
if say the football player was like, oh well, I feel like I could do it myself, and the ROI would be higher. Yeah, not guaranteed, obviously, but it would be higher.
They can't though.
They can't,
because if you think about it, with inflation and stuff, mortgage rates are mad. So if you go into a normal buy-to-let, if you go to a normal buy-to-let, you're not getting the same returns,
of course,
because for instance you could spend, I don't know, 400 or 500k on a yard in London, and you're max getting what, 2k,
2-3k if you want
at a push, and you got to spend more than that to get the 3k, right? You can go and buy a house, I'll give you a prime example, for 65k, and that same house can bring you 1.5 a month.
Yeah.
The mortgage is only 2-3 bills. You're taking home £1,100-1,200 clean.
Yeah.
That's like 30% ROI.
Yeah.
You're not getting that nowhere.
Is that because obviously you're attaching the councils?
It's because you're attaching the council.
And it's guaranteed, and then they're housing the number of people in the house, so they're renting out rooms, so they're actually making more money, but you don't mind because you're still
and there's no voids. So if the house is empty, or if there's 20 million people in there,
you still make your money. Okay, that's
genius.
They're in charge of any damages.
Oh, so they're basically the management company.
They're basically taking on all the responsibility. All you got to do is pay for boilers and anything structural. Okay. Like I had to pay for a fence when the winds were mad or something, but that was like £300. But in terms of the process,
so how much would you say for someone who's starting and they're coming to you? How much would they need? Would you say?
You could start from anywhere. Like you could get a lower sort of investment house, with a better sort of interior that doesn't need much work, and you could spend about 30k, probably the lowest. You can also JV with people. Like I've JV'd with people who have come to me, and we've put in like 15 each and then split the returns. Like that's also an option. I don't offer that, but that was my boy at the time. But he's still my boy, but he approached me at that time.
But you and Shaq still do it together?
Yeah. So we do it all together. But it's flying at the moment.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Because I see it on LinkedIn all the time and stuff. And
yeah, it's going well. But it opens your eyes because there's so much more business opportunities.
Yeah.
Outside of the football bubble.
I think it's so hard to see, and it's because it's all we've ever known.
That's it.
So it's like anything outside doesn't exist.
You don't know anything else other than football. Go training, eat right, go gym, stretch, play PlayStation, go sleep, wake up, again. Repeat.
Yeah.
That's literally it. But when you open your eyes to see that there's mad opportunities out here. Yeah, like think about it now. People are making money on TikTok, social media. They're making money doing like Airbnb. You got car cleaning companies making mad money, detailing. Like, you know what I mean? You can literally make money doing
anything.
Anything now.
You don't have to own anything to actually make money nowadays. You can make money off of someone else owning something.
Literally.
And you can make the money off of it.
It's literally that. And the key thing to get to that point is to free up your time. But when you're playing football 5 days a week and you're so invested in that, don't get me wrong, football's a dream job, but it also closes off you
can't see much. It's tunnel vision. Vision.
I feel like football's the best setup.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all it actually is.
Yeah.
When you actually factor in, if you're not playing in the Premier League and you're not playing in the Champ, other than that, football is the best setup job for life.
Yeah.
As in, it puts you in a position to be ahead of everyone else because you get paid a lot more in a smaller period of time to kick off what you want to do in the latter part of life. That's what I think that football is.
It is. It's true, bro. Because you get a good amount of money, but for a 10-year period max, because the first couple of years you're not making real bread unless you're breaking in, and the latter period you're just sort of stabilizing. So you're getting a good amount of money for 10 years, whereas people are coming out of college, going to uni, maybe not making that much money over the first 5-6 years, but when you stop, they have 30 years
to carry on
making decent money.
Yeah.
So that's where we basically have to be smarter and put your money in the right places.
So when are you going to start going into clubs with your idea? Because there's always one kid that breaks through, and kids these days get paid. No one wants to lose their kids, so everyone pays their kids these days. Do you know what I mean? Have you had that talk yet about going into clubs and telling the kids? Because the kids now, especially Premier League clubs, champ clubs, like no one wants to lose their kids. So these kids are earning 3, 4, 5 grand a week and their first deals. And you're like, and what do we do when we get that money? We follow the ones above us, and it's the clubs. We've all been there. You know what I mean? It's the club. Selfridges.
I don't know if that's the thing anymore, though.
No. Because we're out of that stage of our lives.
No. I'm talking about for the younger players.
No. It is.
No, I don't. I truly, obviously, I got a little brother that's in.
Yeah, that's exactly. And remember, Jeremiah's what?
15.
15, yeah. So he's not hit that yet.
Yeah,
but these young youths now, like if you got all the man.
But what I'm saying is the younger youths that actually are making this type of bread, they're actually thinking first. I want somewhere to live. Yeah. They're buying yards. Yeah, they're doing smart things.
They are way smarter than we were.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I still see it. So when
you're seeing it, but this
but you also got to read it that I have 2 little brothers that are in that age bracket now. And their friends are these footballers, so I know exactly what they're doing.
Have their friends also? Do you know what their friends have got though?
Pardon? Yeah, they tell me what, like, their friends. Obviously, they rent their places. Like, so, one of their boys, they're paying like $2,000.
No. As in, do their friends have places they own?
No,
I think it's a mixture.
Yeah,
there are some people who have got so much bread that they're not interested.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
And then there's the little bit less who are being a bit more smart.
Yeah, but
I think that's more because of social media.
Yeah, but again, like what I'm saying is like some of their like Roman's friends, like Roman obviously is at Dover, but he's got friends who are at Arsenal. He's got friends who are at Brighton and all them, and they're telling Roman, "Oh, do you wanna like listen? The tables 1-5 each."
That will never change, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't change. So how?
That's the age.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is now is how do you plan on getting into them and telling them, listen, you lot spending this in the club. What would your message be to them? Like, you listen, I know you how it is. I've been there. I've done it.
Bro,
I've been
there, bro.
Yeah, I've been there. I've done it. How, like, this is what you can do. Is that your plan to get into these spaces?
Can I say something before you carry on? What's the difference between McQueen going in and all them people that came to the clubs and told us? This is what I'm trying to say to you.
Can I be honest with you? What's different?
Relatable.
We're so much more relatable.
I understand we're more relatable, but if you didn't listen to the first... Okay,
brother.
The NFL have a thing, where they have ex-drug addicts that were players. They go in and tell everyone each year, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
They'll never listen, bro.
Go and do what
they might, but also, a couple of them will.
Yeah, but also none of them are crack. I'm not to be mad, not to be mad, but look how you man are dressed. Like, you lot dressed like the young youths today. You man are both wearing fur. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, fur. You lot got the same trousers on. I know you can't see this right now, but these man they got the same kicks on. Do you know what I mean? Just different colours. They just same. And these are the young youths dress. Like, it's the fashion, and you lot are relatable people. Like, you're very relatable. We had the Premier League ask us after we only had out 5 episodes. The Premier said, "Can you come talk to like these young youths and that?" Do you know what I mean? We're relatable. Back when we were kids, I can't lie. That white brother in the suit that would come and said to this investor, I weren't trying to hear him. I was sleeping in the meeting.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You were sleeping in the
meeting. But he's not relatable. McQueen, you've done it, and you're relatable to these youths. Like, this is what it is, and the difference is they weren't trying to bring relatable people to us because these people, they've come from money. End of story.
Understood. But if we listen to them, if we all listen to them, would we be in a better place now?
No.
Maybe. Why not?
Because they would have spinning their own pockets.
Nah, they were definitely lying in their pockets as well. But
100%.
That's business.
Yeah, 100%.
How else do you want people to work?
But no, it's true. But what I'm saying is as a more relatable individual, like, I wouldn't trust that type of person. You're not trusting. Why do you trust him?
My first financial advisor was skimming off the budget. I know he was.
Exactly.
I know he was skimming off the budget. But at the same time, I understood that, okay, he's skimming off the budget, but I'm making more money for this process.
Yeah.
So until I learn how to do this myself,
exactly. But imagine how McQueen sat and talked. Like, he was trying to talk to us.
But he has to still skim off the budget.
Yeah, somewhere. Of course. But the brother. You don't understand how much relatability comes back.
It's transparent.
Yeah,
right? You get what I mean. And relatability is probably the right word, because I can come and sit down with you and chat to you, but you know me, so it's a bit different. Yeah. But I feel like if a young guy sees me, might feel a bit more easy. Because I'm not in a suit, I'm just in a trackie and that.
Yeah, you come in.
And maybe because most of these financial advisors aren't doing what they're telling you to do. Like, they might be in they might be in a certain aspect, like S&P 500 or something.
Yeah,
but everyone's in S&P 500.
But a property guy, I'm saying that because that's what I'm in, ain't gonna come and tell you, oh, go buy this house, do this house. They won't tell you why. They probably haven't done it themselves. So
basically, your risk, basically.
Yeah. Whereas I can literally, like, if you wanted anything from me, you obviously know me properly. Like, I'll show you, look, do this. I did this. Like, me and Jacob have had many chats about stuff, and I'm like, bro, look, here's the evidence of everything. Make of it what you want. If you want to do it, cool.
That's what I'm saying. I think you'd be good in them areas. Like, I feel like that's where the clubs now, you see the same brothers and they walk in them. That I've seen, or one brother I've seen, and he's been you know me, I've done the footballing rounds. He's been at every club I've been to. I look at him, and he's even gone to me, "Oh, you're here now," and I'm like, yeah. And do you know what I mean? Like, these brothers are not related. I've seen you 5 times and I still can't relate to you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I understand that, but do you not see the football clubs are not trying to get someone that relates to the young players?
It's true. And I'll be real, like, when you go into academies today, they're 85% black.
London.
Bro, look at City and
but they're import. They're
like,
not
like,
import.
I'm talking about the higher end clubs.
Players.
Yeah. but I'm talking about the higher end clubs.
Also, don't go main city football clubs because there's a lot. Of football clubs. Out
But
I'm Shrewsbury's academy. You ain't gonna get.
Yeah, but again, them men aren't gonna be making money where they couldn't.
But you still need to have these lessons.
They 100% need them lessons.
If they're making £3 a week and they're spending 1,500 in the club on the weekend, that's where their money gone. They still need these lessons
because they're still doing the same thing.
It's true. But what I'm talking about is the higher end clubs. We've all been there.
Yeah,
higher end clubs. All our clubs, like even when you used to play like the MK Dons, they'd be like the stiff black youths, and again, MK Dons are a low league club, so they filter them through them. Good club, but you know what I'm talking about, like the top clubs where they make money from young kids.
I've had chats with them now. Like I spoke to PFA.
Yeah.
About doing it, but also it's about liability. So PFA won't endorse. So basically, a couple years back, the PFA endorsed investments, and a lot of them went south.
Okay.
So now, not personally me, but if I approach the PFA, they're more standoffish in like, look, I can't promote you like that because I offered like to go in with them and sort of give lessons and stuff, and they wouldn't do that. But I can do it with clubs, and to be honest, I probably will one day, but at the moment, probably just where I'm at in my life, I just haven't.
Yeah.
But I know that's definitely the direction I want to go in.